Welcome back, everybody. We're still in the Grove,
Those
talking
goblins
to
will rule the
the
day they
Tiefling
chose to
siblings
tangle with
right
this
now.
grove. You and I will do
We'll
some good here.
introduce ourselves
I
to
can
Auntie
feel it.
Ethel over here.
Lee and Roland would never admit it, but they take an arrow for the other. Also stab each other. Not sure what will come first. Thanks for cutting in. There might have been more than words if you hadn't.
My thunder wave will make quick work of any goblin. Just you wait.
Let's get some soup. I'm a bit famished.
You! Saw you fighting those slimy bastards. Fancy a bowl? Best to fill your belly now, while we still can.
Such an interesting
You're a far cry from such things.
response.
But if I
No
fooled your
ceremony.
nose, I must be doing something right. Here, have more. We'll need every bit of strength to make it to Baldur's Gate. Trust me.
Couldn't agree more. Okay.
What I'd do for some
Alright.
salt.
So let's talk to this totally lovely old auntie here. A delightful woman, I'm sure.
If it isn't the talk of the camp. Thank goodness you came along when you... Oh! There isn't a bit of colour in those cheeks, Petal. Are you hurt? Cold? Feverish? Auntie Ethel will sort you out. I've lotions and potions galore. Aha! You take a sup at that and you'll feel right as rain, sweetie.
As you down the potion, a comforting warmth spreads through you.
I swear you're still as peaky looking. Oh, I've seen it all. I once had a fella who'd been caught dabbling with a dryad. The wife was none too pleased and introduced him to a pot of boiling oil. But worry not. I fixed him up, and depending on the lighting, he looks good as new. My point is, whatever ails you, I promise I've seen worse.
Why, she sounds positively demented. I love it. Let's tell her everything.
What is it, Petal? What's wrong?
As you recount your adventure, Auntie Ethel nods along, her eyes wide.
You poor pet! My heart goes out to you, truly. I see no sign of a tentacle yet, but that could change in an instant. You need help. Serious help. I've ne'er a potion or lotion here that could do it, but... yes, I may have something at home. I've collected some interesting bits and bobs over the years. You'll have to stop by my house, just at the edge of the forest. Let me mark it on your map. I'll be heading back soon, so I can meet you there. Now, do you need anything? I have a few odds and ends for sale. Nay, bother.
Yes, of course, Auntie. We will 100% come and visit you in your lovely little cottage out in the woods, and you can take care of our terrible tadpole problem. I'm sure it will be as simple as that. I am getting down to the point where I'm sort of scrimping through my inventory, seeing what I want to actually hang on to and what I can just pitch for a little bit of extra coin. But I do have a little bit
Be
of extra
careful
coin
on
just
the
in general,
road.
so it should be
I'd
fine.
hate if something happened to you.
Take care, Petal.
Take care, Petal.
You're an idiot.
Delightful woman. And this is when the trajectory of this session changed.
Stay back, or else.
I was gonna go and talk to
Nothing's wrong.
Devlor,
Just
whatever
get
his name
back.
is, the guy that's in charge of the tieflings.
Oh, my tooth.
I was gonna go talk to him, but then this rat just ran
It's
across
the
my
front
path, and I'm
one.
like, well,
I chipped it on the evil thing.
Minna Maxford is known for talking to rats,
In the box.
and squirrels,
Follow
and
me,
every
I'll show
animal
you.
that crosses her path. So obviously we have to see what's going on with this this rat. See what this evil thing is. What terrible travesty has befallen this poor rat? That's a locked door. Who are you, sir?
Another one. My friend's blood not enough. Come to rip me open too.
In Kresh Kalir, a formal greeting begins with a bow.
Is this monster with you?
Lower. You saw another gith. Where?
On the road to Baldur's Gate, near the mountain pass. Saw us for we saw it. Jammed its blade through Yul's belly. Straight to the other side.
No twisting. Kin must have been in a hurry. The map. Show me. Up. You can keep your innards.
By the dead gods, are all Giths so brutal?
Brutal? Blood still flows through his own veins. I was positively gentle.
Please. I've been through enough.
The locals prove compliant. A useful trait. Rough.
Soon you will be vomiting blood and tearing apart your own flesh.
When the tentacles sprout from your lips, will you still cry that I was rough? Then I needn't make it again. The tiefling was clear. If there are Githyanki west of here, that must be our objective. Purification cannot wait. I am unfamiliar with the... well, I shall not say culture. Custom, perhaps. You will educate me on matters of this Fey run. The Kresh holds the Zaithisk. It will cleanse us of the parasite. By covenant, I can say no more.
Now, some of y'all might be saying, now why is Mina siding with Lae'zel making that guy bow? Listen, the Tieflings have been very rude to my new friend Lae'zel. They put her in a cage, even though she didn't do anything to them. And Lae'zel said that it's the custom in her land. Who am I to disagree? I'm a bard. I'm a bit of a jack of all trades. People have different customs. Now, when it went a little too far, I pulled it back. I said, "Hey, Lae'zel, maybe that was a little too much." And she didn't approve of that, and that's fine. You know, these things, they balance out.
And get out. That's my advice.
Well, I'm not going to take your advice, ma'am. But now, I am going to have Astarion go and fiddle with this door because the poor rat went in there, and we need to see what is besetting this poor rat.
Quietly.
It could be anything. There could be a terrible little demon enclave in here with eldritch baubles that are chipping rat teeth. I'm trying to unroot dangers to the grove by going in here.
Stop! This place is off limits. Leave.
Oh, yeah, you seem trustworthy.
You note her grimace of pain. Something is wrong with her legs.
Damn it! Don't look at me like that. You can stay. Just keep your hands to yourself, all right? I'd just fall back down. Legs are as steady as a foal's. Bloody potion. From the old lady in the cave. The one with the lotions and potions. To her credit, it worked. I'm as strong as a bugbear. And fearless. Course she also warned of side effects. Should have listened. Now I'm stuck guarding crates. All right. I guess being fearless won't help if an arrow comes flying right at me. Here.
How generous. Do you charge by the bell or the spell?
Guards! Guards!
And that's when I remembered that
This is a
this game
restricted area.
is a bit
Time to
finicky,
explain yourself, or this
and
guard will be restricting
sometimes things happen that you don't plan. Like, you open a door and you go inside, and even though you're having a conversation face to face with someone, you're actually still across the room. And then when you say to yourself, well, I'd like to shut that door before we continue our business, the game's like, well, the character you're talking to interprets you returning to the spot where you had a conversation with them as you leaving the room, and they are upset by that. So they are going to yell for the guards. And I say, all right, well, I guess I have to deal with this now. But don't worry. I have I know how to play this game, so we will get out of this, no problem. Some of you also might say, why would Minna charge this woman for medical care? Like, she needs our help. No, she got herself into this mess. She needs to learn a lesson, and that lesson is I will help her in return for money. And before you get too concerned, yes, I will actually, and Will clearly understands this is a misunderstanding, so he is not going to hellish rebuke the tieflings. He's going to do Armor of Agathis, and he's going to say, do not strike me again. He's going to try and, knock him off balance a little, with a little flourish. And then he's also going to try and get out of here. And then the guard is going to try and hit him. And, you know, Will told him, don't try and hit me. Guard's fault. You know? Right. Lae'zel is like,
Skva! Minna, escape with the others. I will cover your retreat. These Ishtiks will not cause me any trouble.
Another fight.
But then I'm like, well, let me just do Minna's turn first. Minna's like, Lae'zel, don't kill them. Please don't kill them. I'll take care of them. I have magic for this. And then I have to figure out how to navigate this pile of boxes. Yep, there we go. Yep, just
with haste.
Click that. I'll just walk up these boxes, and yep, that's great. Perfect. Yep, that's what I wanted. So 3 years later, still some glitches in the game, as you can see. Man, Minna is really hopping mad about this situation. Because I'm glitching right now, I'm not allowed to cast the spell, so I have to resolve this situation before it'll let me cast the spell. So I'm gonna just click this. There we go. And then that and that. Fortunately, I damaged them beforehand, so
I am fury. I am death.
Might help if I push the right button. If you didn't, I don't know. If you didn't know, you can cancel an end turn if you accidentally end your turn. So casting sleep. The guards are asleep. The lady on the ground. I promised I would heal her, and even though she is an idiot, I will do so. Mostly because that's what Minna would do to try and help salvage the situation. But also, I'm curious how potential future interactions will go. Because, yes, we had a negative interaction, but I also healed her. So, you know. And Lae'zel is like, fools! We will not leave without this loot. And Minna's like, Lae'zel, we didn't come here to rob them. And Lae'zel is like, you did not come here to rob them. I see essential resources that we need. And these fools dared to attack us. It is salvage at this point. And Minna's just like, I don't have time to argue with you, Lae'zel. Come on, let's go. Astarion, you know, is of course like, obviously Lae'zel is correct. We need that stuff to survive. And they did attack us for no reason. And Will's like, people, the tieflings need these supplies desperately. And they're both like, shut up, Will. I mean, it's like, sorry, they're a little aggressive. I just, you know, when they really insist on something, I just don't argue with them. Yeah, so, you know, don't worry about it too much. Yeah, so I'm trying to, I'm just, you know, seeing what avenues of escape forward me back this way. I've got my imp here. Maybe we can scout ahead a little bit. I don't think I've ever actually been put into the jail and used this back passage as an escape out of the jail. But I have numerous times come back here and entered the jail from the back end.
Victory
awaits. Rather than going in the main entrance of the jail. I think this has happened so many times that I routinely forget where the jail is in the camp because I never come in through the proper front entrance. So yeah, that's a fun little bit about how I play this game. And now he's gone. Alright, so the party got out of that sticky situation. And I think I'm gonna have them all run away. Because yeah, we need the guards and stuff to sort of cool their heels a little bit. Just chillax. I find it bizarre you can't move through an ally. You can definitely move through an ally in D&D, and the fact that the game doesn't allow that is a little strange. I'm assuming it's because it would be difficult for them to program if you run out of movement while you are halfway moving through an ally. Like, how would it adjudicate? And people would end up using that to like scum an extra like meter of movement, and they would just like cheese like some sort of infinite train motion or something out of people not being able to move through each other and somehow like force move themselves through the entire game or some nonsense like that. Yeah, I know how you glitch freaks get off. You love that stuff, and probably thanks to the extensive early access gameplay that they did, they did not go with that approach. Probably because people were doing that. So I came down here, and I think that the guards in the prison entered the initiative. I could be wrong. I could be wrong about that. But I saw like some dice roll, and I'm like, all right, well, I'm just getting out of here. I'm going back to camp. And then we'll come back after a long rest. I feel like y'all want to see some camp interactions anyway, and maybe we can rotate the party roster a little bit, get a little Shadowheart time in here.
On the move.
First, we have to run from battle. And then Minna. I find it interesting that one druidic statue is interactable. I don't know why it is. I don't think you can do anything with it. But yeah, we gotta get Astarion out of here too, and this is why I think that one prison guard entered the initiative, because it won't let me flee from combat here. So that suggests to me that they are part of the battle now.
Don't linger.
But lucky me, Astarion climbs back up here, and
You're gonna be sorry, every last one of you.
well, I guess it's not. Was that not Astarion who did it? Anyway, the guards are running around trying to figure out how to find me, I guess. I don't know what that guard was about. There you go. Astarion found the secret entrance.
Let's move.
I was gonna sneak in there. Yep.
That's
Yep.
curious.
Perfect. Perfect. And then I'm just gonna sneak, for flavor, we got a star and start sneaking forward.
Glowing eyes
It's
are
like
really a good
glowing
sign.
eyes.
Best
That's
tread
probably
carefully.
fine. And I honestly don't know if you can stealth past these things, so I decided not to chance it. Also, there's a bunch of goblins over there, so I don't feel like chancing that either. With only a lowly Astarian to fight them.
Yeah, give him something to cry about.
Don't wear his voice out.
So we're just going to move on back here a little bit, move on back, and then go back to camp. And take a long rest. And, some people might say, well, why not just take a short rest and get back out there? It's because there's dialogue waiting for me in the camp. There's a lot of talking that has to happen. And
No one back home will ever believe this.
I want to do it. I want to do the talking. I want to do the talking more than I need the long rest. I can use the long rest. I can get some spell slots back.
Blade of
But
Frontiers.
mostly these conversations are what
Let's
we need.
hope Will lives up to his name. We'll need all the help we can get. We've been through quite a lot, with likely more to come. Care to narrow it down a little? Must I? Thinking about it won't help. We know what to do, so let's do it. Find a way to rid ourselves of these things. Personally, I think finding this Halcyon is our best bet. Oh, there's Ethel. Not that I'm keen to trust her. I'm not too hopeful that a Gith Kresh will actually prove our salvation, but worth keeping in mind. We go our separate ways, of course. What else? The ties that bind would be well and truly severed. We were brought together by circumstance. Besides, I have my own people in Baldur's Gate. And before you ask, no. I'm not telling you what I'm doing there, or who I'm meeting, or anything else. You're not the kind of company I'd keep willingly, but all things considered, you'll do. And I haven't forgotten that you saved my life aboard the Nautiloid. Perhaps I'll be able to return the favor at some point.
So, we're traveling with the famed Blade of Frontiers. I feel safer already.
The Githyanki people have a word for men like the Blade of Frontiers. Shalak. Roughly translated, idealist do-gooder. Or better yet, benevolent burden. His confidence is an asset. His pursuit of valor, not so much.
Well met.
I've known a few warlocks in my time. Talented, of course, though sometimes too eager to listen to the devils on their shoulders. Comes with the territory, unfortunately.
Think of it as tribute. The kind a king might pay to a more powerful neighbor to avoid invasion. As long as I pay, there will be peace. But should I ever stop,
Along comes a war. I can assure you, the battlefield would extend well beyond the borders of my body alone.
All right, we had a little chit chats with little introductory chit chats with everyone. Then I remembered that I do actually need to give Will some non-armor clothing. So I'm going to give him Gale's robe for now, just because I'm not going to use Gale this next time out. And that way he can have mage armor, which is better than leather armor.
No time to rest.
If we cross-class Will in the future, I may get him some better armor. Maybe I'll make him a paladin. Paladin Warlock. Why not? Alright, now for a lot of lovely social interactions.
The stars, I mean. I could take or leave your chin. I am. I've been thinking, reflecting on what tomorrow might bring. When we find the druid, will he know how to bring the worm under control? Will this little adventure of ours be over? Why not? You've been to the Hells and back, survived the crash, survived everything that's followed. I'm not normally impressed by people of your stature, but you're stronger than I gave you credit for. Aren't you just? Oh, I was leagues away. I just need to get some air, clear my head. I'll see you later, I'm sure. Sleep tight.
Have to play Minna as a little bit like, well, surely they're not interested in me.
The leader of the pack comes to chat. What's on your mind? You must be pleased to have a clear path forward. The sooner we find the druid house in, the better. I can't wait to get rid of this thing in my head. The same. These parasites are proving suspiciously benign. But suppose I turn. What would you do? And I'd chase you as fast as my tentacles could carry me. You're funny. It's a beautiful night. I think I'll stay up to enjoy it while I still can. Rest well.
Yes, run away from tentacled Shadowheart. Run with fear. It's a fun interaction. I don't think I'd picked that one before.
A fine evening, don't you think? The moonlight shines warmly on us. The breeze caresses our faces. Hideous. All of it. Would that I were doing battle up there, among the tears. Look above. Watch the moon cross the sky. The tears follow behind it. Rocky bodies tumbling through the sea of night. One of them is my crash. Clear. Do you think me so sheltered? My entire clutch battled beholders deep within the eye of the sky. We infiltrated a Neogi spelljammer and laid waste to its crew. The tears spanned Toral's sky, Venisk. There is more to this realm than this grassy pebble. But enough of this. You are wasting your resting time. Come dawn, we resume our search for a creche.
Yeah, see all this Spelljammer stuff, like the Neogi and everything that she was going on about. That's what I like.
Tingle runs through
Lays
your
on the
head and
Gith
down
work
to your
they
feet.
did in this game so
there
much.
It is. That shiver. Our little brainworms have made fast friends, it would seem. How do you feel? Courage in danger shadow. I love to see it. But shouldn't the shadow have crept closer? Gone darker by now? Before the Illithid's unscheduled surgery, I'd felled hundreds of beasts and a fair few fiends. The tadpoles weakened me, suppressed greater talents, but beyond that, I've showed no signs of turning. No nausea, no pain, not even a hot flash. I speak out of curiosity, not wishful thinking. At least I'll know to skip supper if you're doing the cooking. We could conjecture all night. I suppose the why doesn't matter so much as the what next. And that answer is plain as the horns on a war devil's head. We get these things out. Let's get some rest. Dawn comes sooner than we think.
Gotta give Minna a bit of sassiness here and there. I mean, he's all like, oh, it's so terrible, I'm not feeling sick. And it's like, well, you want to feel sick? I can find you some mushrooms. And I'm not giving Gale an artifact until he's, like, seriously ill. Let's go talk to Withers.
Not this one, nor this one, and this one are less worthy still. I riddle thee not. I speak only what requires telling. Beyond mortal realms, there doth exist an amalgamation of spirits akin to thine own, ensnared by the treacherous cult of the Absolute, felled in its name. They bear great discontentment with their destiny. For a mere pittance of coin, I might summon the worthiest among them to lend aid to thy undertaking. Most willingly, forsooth. Their passions doth run deep for what hath been wrought upon them. Suspicion always haunts the guilty mind. My services are all that I can proffer thee. What thou wilt do with them is for thee to undertake. Very well.
I've never used the hireling feature yet. I'm sure I will eventually. I still do need to do a Dark Urge playthrough, so I like the idea that I'll do a Dark Urge playthrough where I kill a bunch of people and need to use hirelings. Anyway, we got dinner. We got some haggis, apples, some wine, and a sweet potato. Delicious. Right. And unfortunately, no nighttime interactions. So, just a nice, peaceful. Still haven't met Kyle Bossman. The elusive Kyle Bossman. And I'm gonna make a bold decision and take Astarion out of the party for now, because I want some Shadow Heart Lae'zel time.
What do you need now?
Many of you are fans of Tenchi Muyo or the Tenchi universe, the energy of Shadowheart and Lae'zel is very, very similar to Ayeka and Ryoko. And
sounds awful.
I really enjoy their spats. So I hope I hope if we have both of them in the party, we can get some of that
Something the matter?
choice dialogue. Also, I need to level up Shadowheart.
All
I need
right.
to get her
Some company
in
wouldn't
the
hurt on
party
the
so
road,
I can
especially if
set
there's
her up
trouble.
properly. And no, I'm not changing her trickery domain. I like her trickery domain
Stay idle.
because she's a very devious individual. And also, she's still a cleric. She still has all of her cleric spells. She doesn't need to not be trickery domain to be effective. I picked blindness because that seems fun. Now we're going to do a lot of equipment stuff before we go out. It's going to be very boring. Just, making sure that people in the field actually have the items they need. I'm going to give the gloves to Minna. I'm going to give this ring to Lae'zel so that if Lae'zel runs up on a group of people, she can blind them with the color spray. The gloves will definitely help Minna with the lock picking since Astarion won't be there to do it. Now we gotta cast our daily buffs. Longstrider, speak with animals. Will, get your imp back out here. We need to come up with a name for the imp, I feel like. Shadowheart, yeah, cast your Shield of Faith. There's Shadowheart. You need to be protected. And then we're gonna leave camp and we're gonna go explore these caves. I'm sure they'll be fine. No problems will arise surely. I definitely won't click on something that makes a trap go off. That would be preposterous. I've played this game through I've played it through 3 times. I've played this portion more than 3 times. So certainly I wouldn't accidentally do something that would set off the trap. That would be madness.
No sign of the others yet.
I do think it's dumb that the imp can't turn off the glyph, but I know why they do it. Because if you could do that, then this puzzle would be way too easy. I'm sure there's an in-world justification, like a mortal has to interact, or like a living thing, like it's a druidic slate, so maybe like otherworldly, unnatural entities can't interact with it, kind of a thing. Like I'd buy that. Or maybe you have to like place a hand on it. I don't know. It's definitely to balance it so that your familiar can't deactivate the trap for you. But I'm going to try and fire an arrow and see if I can knock this guy off the cliff.
Kill us dead if we go back without it. We'll get the druid talking. Grove's got...
Unfortunately, that causes this to happen. And it didn't work. But imagine if it had worked. That would have been hilarious. I like that the goblins both got critical misses. That really helped save my bacon. We're gonna heal Minna, like, immediately, because she just took a bunch of trap damage. And then, Shadowheart, can you go push? No? No, you can't push the button? Great. That's great. Shadowheart, why'd you tell me you could push the button if you couldn't push the button? You know? All right, Will. How are you helping? How are you helping us in this situation right now? Okay, you're gonna have a little drink, a little sip. What else you got? Oh, a dash action. Wow. I guess you are rather dashing, aren't you? Ha 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 ha. Oh, can you push the button? Alright, there we go, there we go. Being helpful, Will. So helpful. Dashing into danger. Oh, my goodness. Well, he almost died. Well, the goblin did die. Well, there we go. See, that's how Hellish Rebuke should work. Is, you know, you go up against some low-level stuff, it comes up and hits you, and it just dies. Fortunately, I remembered that the invisible imp does not automatically enter the initiative, and so I have to sort of command it to sneak around and go hit someone. Yeah, it's a fun little gimmick of the gameplay. If the entity is not actively part of the battle at the start, they aren't roped into it by default, so you can maneuver around a bit while you're still invisible. Going to use these psionic magic missiles. Since we're doing an Eldritch Knight, might as well make use of some guaranteed hits, especially on low-level enemies like these goblins. Alright. Just got 2 goblins left. No problem. Easy.
I wonder if this is worth the cost.
Easy battle.
Have to keep going.
I'm a little confused why I don't have my action here. But that's fine. Alright. Yeah, Mantle of Inspiration. Get some temporary hit points. Good stuff. Wow, the goblin disengaged. Clever goblin. Shield! Shield, Lae'zel!
Onward.
Alright, Shadowheart, what you got? What you got, Shadowheart? What are you doing? Firebolt, Sacred Flame. Firebolt, Sacred Flame. What are the odds? What are the odds on Firebolt versus Sacred Flame? It's exactly the same. Fantastic. We'll go with... No. 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 They're not undead. No. No, no. We'll just do Firebolt. It's fine. Oh, it broke its concentration. That's good. And that's it. That's all we got. Alright, Will, you are looking rough. What you gonna do there? Eldritch Blast. Boom. Shakalaka. Alright. And Lae'zel. Oh yeah. Yeah. Do it, Lae'zel. Do it. Do the thing. Huck a javelin at him.
In my best
yeah.
interest.
Oh, critical miss. Well, I guess the goblins got some critical misses earlier, sort of balances things out a little bit. Might have helped if I moved closer first.
No
Of
time
course.
to waste. Nothing will stand in
But
my
it
way.
is what it is.
Another step
Then
forward.
Mina's gonna come over here. And yeah. Speaking of things going well, accidentally target the cliff face beneath the goblin rather than the goblin. You know, these things happen sometimes. It's best not to dwell on them. Yeah, and that way the imp can do its job.
You fight well. Perhaps
Right.
our survival isn't such a
Fantastic.
distant prospect.
See, easy battle. It was so easy.
His
We
breaths
barely
are
got
shallow,
incinerated by a
his
trap.
wounds deep. He doesn't respond to your
This
voice.
guy's looking bad. He's looking rough. You know, I bet if we save him, then the people will be less angry that we pillaged that storehouse. And he just like heals himself all the way full, which is crazy.
Thank you. I thought I was gonna die down here. It's my fault. I thought I'd given them the slip, but they followed me through the tunnel back there. I must tell the others what happened. I stepped careful. There are traps in these tunnels. And thank you again.
And we got some will inspiration. How about that? Folk hero, timely rescue. Very good, very good. This dude had a great axe. Man, well, that's gonna be worth a lot of money. Sleuth these goblins, get that arrow of acid. I do need to remember to use these specialized arrows. Get Lae'zel's javelin back. Go and get this guy. Get the mushrooms, get the gold. And clamber up here. And then I was thinking of cutting the video here after I turn off this this room. But I figured I would do a little treasure hunting first. Like just get all the loot in here, and then we don't have to worry about it at the beginning of the next video. So yeah, just going through all these barrels, which have a remarkable number of thieves' tools and trap disarming kits. It's like they're trying to tell us something. I don't know what exactly. It could be that they're trying to tell us. But it's a not so subtle hint that maybe we might need these items somewhere. Oh, look
Be
here.
wary.
We have a
This place is
chest.
trapped.
A heavy chest. So this is the moment where Minna regrets leaving Astarion back at camp. She's like, oh, I got this, guys. No problem. Shadowheart, help me out. Give me a little guidance. Okay, that's a 2. Yep, so that's not going to cut it. Well, fortunately, we got all this inspiration. You know, Will just got inspiration. Okay, it's a natural 1. Well, okay then. Clearly the gods are telling us something. Let's take a different approach to this. Yeah, let's just hedge our bets a little bit. Now I thought when you crit failed on disarming a trap that the trap would go off. Apparently that is not the case, which I appreciate. I appreciate not igniting in a giant ball of fire. Speaking of giant balls of fire, Shadowheart. There we go. Now, fortunately, it's a heavy chest, so the contents of it are entirely safe. We're fine. But now that I've taught the chest that I mean business, let's try this again. Still got the guidance up. There we go. Look at that. Easy. So you just have to negotiate with chests sometimes. And by negotiate, I mean explode highly flammable materials that are next to them. And the lock just opened right up. Look at that, 25? Who needs Astarion? Astarion who? Now, unfortunately, we have all these, like, Nature's Snare. Who's going to use that? Well, we're going to give that to, Gale? I guess Gale can eat it. I'm just getting more snacks for Gale. So I'm not going out of the cave just yet. I just wanted to remind myself what the route looks like. So you just come over here to a door, then you can head out that way. But no. We're going to have Hops McGee, aka Lae'zel, go on a little treasure hunting of her own. Because she is the one who is best situated to leap over there and, just take care of this this treasure situation. Now, of course, I am going to send the imp over first to just scout out the route, make sure everything's okay. Okay, we got a dead body down here. That's fun. And once again, the imp cannot push the button.
What's next?
No, not Shadowheart. Lae'zel. Alright, Lae'zel. I'm going to break you out from the party so everyone doesn't come trying to hop after you, even though I don't think that they even can. Gonna cast Githyanki. Oh, I think I forgot to cast the leap.
That's curious.
Which is fine. It ends up I didn't really need it. Just gonna hop down here. Button. Now I don't know if the statues shimmering like that is supposed to be some sort of a special thing. It looks cool. I don't remember them doing that in the past. Maybe it's to highlight that you've deactivated all of the traps. I don't know.
Let's get
But
going.
I'm linking the party back up. Unfortunately, I switched back to Minna, and Lae'zel was immediately like, "Oh, so I'll just come back." It's like, no, Lae'zel. No. Stay over here and get the treasure. And dig it up. Dig up that chest. Lots of good stuff in here. Then we need to check the dead body, of course. Well, a charred key would have been maybe more helpful before, but it's fine. We'll just hang on to it forever. Alright, yeah, so next time we will actually go and talk to the head honcho tiefling. After maybe a brief sojourn out the side passage just to make sure there's no other goblins waiting out there. Until next time,